Merry meet, y'all. It's your girl Jocelyn, and it's that time once again, the 25th of December, and I bring to you another Christmas video. I had a lot of trouble deciding what game I wanted to play this year, and Brick Road suggested to me, hey, have you ever played Merry Gear Solid? And I was like, I haven't actually played it, but I've definitely seen it, and they're great games. And maybe one day. But my close friend, who's been on the channel before, not a buttface, he did both Merry Gear Solid games last year, and that's a bit too recent for me to be stepping on his toes. So, I decided to pass on Merry Gear Solid this year. Maybe 1 year. But, it got the old brain ticking. Because I could go for some tactical espionage action this Christmas. And I've been on a bit of a Game Boy kick. And, Konami made an excellent stealth game on the Game Boy. So let me just reset the emulator here, and we will go ahead and get started. So, yeah, Konami made a game based on The Grinch, specifically the Jim Carrey movie, using the engine from Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel. And it's a lovely game. All of the Who's loved Christmas. It's Christmas time in Whoville. Lights, crowds, music, and noise, noise, noise. All of the Who's loved Christmas. But not the Grinch, who lived just north of town. The Grinch hated Christmas and everything about it. I must stop this whole thing. I've been putting up with all of this fuss for years. Now I'm going to put a stop to it. But how? Then the Grinch came up with a terrible plan to get rid of Christmas once and for all. I will put a stop to Christmas, he said with a Grinchy grin. Scene 1-1. So this game is made up of 7 worlds, and the first 6 have 5 levels each, and the 7th world has 10. The objective is to collect all of the presents without getting caught by any of the Who's. Now, different Who's act differently. The children, who come in different appearances, they do have different AI patterns, but the one thing the children have in common is they will always chase after you once they see you. That yellow kit there, they tend to stand in place until they spot you. Now, anyone chasing you will eventually get tired like that. The controls are a little bit finicky, So like right there, I tried to hit right, and I mashed up too soon afterward and continued going left. When you do get spotted, you do run a lot faster until you're no longer being chased. And early on, it's not going to be too big of an issue, but eventually the children will, some of the children will be faster than you. So that's something to be aware of. Now, there are a bunch of children that carry candy canes that you can get them to drop by making them run into another Who like that. And it's kind of an unlockable thing. Now you do have an attack. It's this little bubble blower. You can also, when on top of snow, crouch down and create snowballs that you can just throw. So that's kind of your ranged attack. Now you won't always be able to throw snowballs. You won't always be able to make snowballs. You do have to actually stand on snow to be able to make them, obviously. Now there are little holes that you can crawl through, and this is something that you're going to have to take advantage of all throughout the game. Those little coins with a T on them, they're time tokens. They will add more time to your timer. You may have noticed that we got some hurry up music when it got down to 10 seconds. Although it's not actually seconds, it's a lot longer than a second. It's more like 5 seconds per tick. Okay, so cops will chase you, and most other adults will try to get away from you. It's generally a good idea to stock up on snowballs when you have a good chance to. Like now, before I go into this other room here. Taking all the candy canes. I'm not taking all the candy canes. There's a lot of them in the game. Not every Who child has one. And this game actually gets really difficult, so I have no interest in going for the hundo. That's going to be my inner Grinch. If you want to see the hundo, then maybe you need to play this game. So, that's kind of the basics of the game. So the yellow child tends to move slow. Oftentimes, excuse me. Oftentimes they will be standing in place and rotating around until they spot you. Then that usually sets them into a patrolling pattern. I got caught. So, in the bottom right, you can see your lives. Displayed by a green G. I had 2, now I have 1. There's no way to actually earn extra lives, but there are infinite continues, and you always start with 2, so you get 3 tries per continue. The penalty for a game over is that you have to restart the entire level. Just dying just puts you back at the beginning of the level, but everything you've collected stays collected. Christmas is about presents for these whoos, so I'll just steal their presents, and that will be the end of Christmas. And that is scene 1. For scene 2, we will be playing as Max. So, instead of being able to throw snowballs, Max can jump. And he can still crouch, like the Grinch, but instead of collecting snowballs, he barks, which stuns all of the dogs on the screen. And it's a little bit overpowered, if you can't tell from how I just dispatched that screen. You get a brief moment when they stand up before their hitboxes actually become active. So you can just keep them stun locked as long as you can crouch and bark. Later on, this won't be as effective a strategy. You'll have to mix it up a little bit. But it's a lot easier than actually trying to jump over the dogs, which I think is what was intended. I think I'll go this way first. Most enemies stay stunned for about the same amount of time. There's a couple that might snap out of it a little bit faster, but in all instances, they don't really stay stunned for very long at all. But otherwise, when you're playing as Max, your objectives are the same as they are when you are playing as the Grinch, and that is just to collect all the presents. So these early levels are going to be extremely easy to navigate around with either character. But by the end, trust me, it gets really difficult. Like, I was genuinely shocked at how difficult the game gets. And the last 2 presents right there. Later on, when I have 0 lives and I start a new level, I'm more than likely going to just take the game over. Just to save time. As long as we keep the other dogs stun locked, it won't really be a problem. As long as we don't run straight into them. It is important to note that you cannot stun dogs while they are alerted on you. To use a Metal Gear Solid term. Wait. I think this is just a... Oh no, it is actually another cave. Okay. Gotta search thoroughly. There is a trick where you can queue up a bark while you're doing a screen transition, and that will circumvent the dogs in the game that are like positioned in such a way that they automatically alert when you enter the screen. There's not many spots like that though. Yeah, don't get used to me actually having a score, because I will be game overing a lot, I'm sure. Just take our time. Crawl under the fence to get these. Max is such a good boy. So, the Grinch is actually my favorite Dr. Seuss character. As a child, I want to say... Well, thanks for going to see the game over screen. Poor Max gets scolded by the Grinch. There's actually a different game over screen for each character you control. Yeah, the Grinch is my favorite Dr. Seuss character, and when I was a young teenager, like early teens, a show started coming on Nickelodeon, I want to say on Nick, Saturday Night Nick. Maybe it was before that. It might have been just before Snick started. But it's called the Wubbulous World of Dr. Seuss, and the Grinch was a regular on that show. And I actually quite enjoyed that show. I haven't seen any of the more recent Dr. Seuss things on like Netflix, like Green Eggs and Ham, or some of the movies that have come out, like the Lorax, or I think there was a Horton Hears a Who movie that came out. But I do love me some Grinch. I did see the live-action Cat in the Hat as well as the Jim Carrey Grinch. I actually really liked the Grinch movie with Jim Carrey. Like, they really expanded on the Grinch's backstory, which was not something I expected. You do go slower while you're crawling. So one thing you're going to see me do a lot is crouch just to get that bark off and then uncrouch before I start moving. Just because it's so slow to move while you're crouching. I imagine a speedrun of this game would be very interesting to watch. Because I feel like you just have to take advantage of the fact that you move faster when an enemy is alerted. I could not outrun that dog. That was unfortunate. Oh, come on. He should have still been stunned. I cannot game over when I have one present left on a level. Please, no. There we go. I'll game over at the start of the next level. Just to replenish my life. Scene 2-5. Okay. Well, it looks like I can go left and right here at the bottom. Gotta be careful when playing with that stun. Okay, we can actually go under this table to get to these 3 presents. Alright, that clears that area. Go over here to the right. I'll just crawl right down the middle. And we'll get these 2 presents off to the side. And back to the center screen, and we can finally go up. Which is where our last 10 presents are going to be. And we're home free. Good boy, Max. Shall we show them the way down? get a password after every scene, and you can start from the beginning of that scene when you resume. I forgot what I was doing. So let's just do a mulligan on this attempt. You can see the Grinch's game over screen. Yep, he's forced to play with the Who's. Max is having a good time, though. Alright, we're back to the Grinch, which means I should load up on snowballs. We will eventually get to a point where I actually prefer not to have ranged weaponry, but generally when there's snow is not the time that I don't want to have ranged weaponry. Oof. That was a mistake. And she got me. Yeah, when they throw snowballs, you have to be careful because it will destroy your snowball. Okay. There's time tokens there. I don't think I'm going to need them, though. Back here, we can actually refill our snowballs. Funny little scene back there of a adult Who being chased by a dog. Replenish the snowball. I mean, I'll grab the time token since it's right there. Don't really think I needed it, though. So one thing to know about adults is that when they see you, while they do back away, they will put all the children on alert. I'm kind of amazed that that child didn't see me. So one thing that I will do as a tactic is intentionally alert a child while I'm hiding under a surface like this and just let them run wild until they tire themselves out. Where am I actually missing? It must be over here. Of course, it's over here. There we go. Grinch is enjoying that turkey leg. Or is that a roast beast leg? These gates, I actually thought you had to crawl under them the first time I saw them, but no, you can just walk right under them. That was a strategic use of an alert. I had nowhere to go. Okay, let's try this again. Let's restock our snowballs. Ah, of course he had to stop right in front of me. One of the things you need to be careful of when coming out from a crawl space is you need to make sure that the child has not, or rather a who, any type of who, it doesn't have to be a child, has not taken a half step and is still actually occupying the tile just outside the crawl space. A lot of the yellow who's, the yellow kids, you don't really have to worry about. So the only way I know to get past this kid here is to actually alert that adult who, so that he will run. But he's also one that just stands in place until he's alerted. So you don't really have to worry too much. There we go. That one was a little bit tricky because you cannot turn in place. And if I had taken a step, I would have run into that child. So I had to alert it. Okay, let's intentionally game over here. So that we can have more than one try. course, who's do knock each other out when they run into each other. That's something you can take advantage of. Yeah, let's go over to the right first. Let's restock our snowballs, because this is actually a pretty big house. In fact, this is where pretty much the whole level is. I remember retrying this level a lot. I'll just let her freak out and then get tired. Can't forget to grab those too. This is a room that you definitely want to have snowballs for. Unfortunately, this is not a room with snow. But we don't always need snow. Well, that worked out for me. Okay, let's immediately throw a snowball. Because she will alert the child. One thing to be careful of when you encounter adult Who's, particularly that woman, is that they fall backwards when they're alerted, even if they're alerted by another Who and not looking at you, they can fall backward into you. Alright, let's do the outside areas first here. This is a rather large indoor area here. That's just a time token. I don't think I really need it. I really didn't need to use that snowball on him. Oh well, I guess I did. Might as well restock since I'm at the entrance anyway. Okay, I need at least one snowball for this girl here. I can get away with not using snowball for her. Might as well restock since we're at the entrance. And head up the stairs. Buildings are getting a bit more complicated. Well, that was just the first one. Okay, let's try this again. Those are time tokens, and especially since I just lost a life, I don't really need to go for those. I am pretty sure that child has a candy cane, though. Oh boy. This one. I gotta use my alert them and let them tire out trick here. But alerting him on the way out lets you get out of here a lot faster. What is to the right? Is that a crawl space or is that just a hiding spot? It is a crawl space. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Oh, I can't outrun that kid. I think the best strategy is to make those the last presents I get. Which means I need to go up the stairs here. And this is a tower, which has a snow remover, so we can restock our snowballs here. So these are the last 4 presents. There we go. Scene 3-5. Why am I trying? I need to start it. I need to game over so I start with a fresh amount of lives. I do kind of wish that they would start each level with full life. That would just be like a respect the player's time kind of thing to do. Guess they're not in the business of respecting people's time. Make good use of scrolling the who's off the screen to reset alerts. And I'm out of snowballs. That's fine though. Well, for now it's fine. Not fine here though. I need snowballs to deal with those guys. I think I can get some snowballs if I keep going upstairs. Yeah, there's a balcony here with snow. And I've already burned all my snowballs, so time to restock. So that was actually a good example there of why you may sometimes prefer not to have the snowballs. Because it actually has a wider attack arc, which makes it possible to hit who's from around the corner, whereas snowballs, they have to be directly in your path. That's how to deal with that. Crap. You can actually duck under their shots. That is good to know. I've never tried that before. What am I missing? I'm missing something. It's this room. Yep. There we go. And that is another world down. Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Cindy screams. Ah! The Grinch screams. Ah! Cindy screams louder. The Grinch drops to the floor. You're the Grinch. And now we get to drive a car. And I don't know, the car levels are not great. You cannot actually make snowballs. So you have to actually pick up eggs off the ground to be able to attack. And these levels are quite obnoxious, actually. Probably the worst set in the whole game. Yeah, I think I could give that title to these. At least we get a unique game over screen. I ran right into her. And all of those eggs I picked up are now gone. At least you can go fast in these levels. We get a new mission complete screen as well. This is the only world where we drive a car. But unfortunately, it is 5 levels of driving a car. Where do I want to go now? Oh, right. I need to still go up. And I ran right into him. There we go. I think I need to take another intentional game over. Yeah, so I guess instead of actually getting attacked, you just get hugged. And that makes the Grinch's heart grow 3 sizes. Oh, I ran right into him. The car is so hard to control. Who needs eggs? Yep, we're gonna drive inside. That's just a house with eggs. Oh, yeah, I can actually go down here. That level actually wasn't that bad. Good job! I don't know what actually triggers that good job bonus. 4-4. Speeding around here. I'm not sure where I missed going. Oh, gee. Probably down right there. No. No? Maybe... No. Maybe... Ah, yes, over here. And up here... There we go. Okay, we need to take an intentional death. This level is kind of long. It's the last car level, and as you might expect, it's the most difficult car level. Oh, jeez, I ran right into him. I guess I'll go right this time. Okay. Now, yeah, I want to go up. And our last two presents are down here. No more car. Crunch's car comes over a hill and gets airborne. Yeah, I crunched ya! Scene 5-1. We get to play as Mexican. And these are fairly difficult levels as far as Max is concerned. This is a bad start. So let's just, let's refill our lives, shall we? Now we've got the ice, which the problem there is we can't bark while we're sliding on ice. So we've got to be a little more exact when we bark. That was close. And I hate that I had to do it again. I think this is probably where you would want the level to end. But I made a mistake. I forgot there was a dog right there. Okay, let's go with the left side this time. There we go. That's the end of the level. Life 2. Yes, this level. I'm not sure which way I want to go first. This is a screen that you definitely want to use that trick I talked about where you buffer a bark as you're transitioning screens. At least the bark is like a full screen stun. You know, I think I want to go there last. Alright, oh, oops. Well, that was a mistake. Okay, I have had my break, and I am ready to tackle this level. Let's see. Okay, I got that one. All the backtracking is making it hard to actually commentate over this video. But it's fine. I did this to myself. Okay, and with that taken care of, we are kind of caught up to where we were. Yeah, let's go up this way. And get these presents here. Okay. Now here, I think I want to wait until both of the dogs get inside that middle area. And then we can sneak past. And this should be the end of the level. There we go. 5-3. Well, it's pretty obvious that I should go to this house first. Sneak around there like that. And we out. Let's go right first. Yeah, let's go right and down. So one thing to notice is the way that Max moves when he hits a wall while sliding on the ice. It is a specific direction. He'll do it every time. I think he just goes to the right the way he was facing. I don't know if I need these time tokens, but should be easy enough to get them. Alright, and with that we can head to the left of the starting screen. I almost held that too long. Yeah, I'll just keep going this way. I think I have to, because of the way you slide on the ice. I just got done talking about it. And last present. Five, 4. I think I might just have to crawl under the table here. Yeah, that's the wrong way to go. You slide to the right. I did that in my first playthrough of this game as well. Oh boy. Letting things go down the toilet. I don't even need to go down the sides, I can just escape through there. And this cave is fully explored. Don't know which way I wanted to go here. I guess this worked. Because I have to come at this from this angle. Trick with the max level to keep the dogs stunned. I guess I didn't need to here. I guess I have to go around this one. Using the off-screen bark for that one. Otherwise, it's an auto alert. Okay, this room's actually a puzzle, much like those ice puzzles in Pokemon. Although I guess you don't strictly have to actually play the puzzle. And there we go. One final max level. Let me go ahead and force the game over to replenish my life. Okay, now this level is very large, and it's divided into two distinct sides. And I think it's more difficult to escape from the right side, so we're going to start with the left. That dog almost got me. Unlock our way out. Okay, and right side's actually kind of small. Believe it or not, we're already done with the right side. Ah! I got greedy. It's fine. And on That's, the left side is done. I don't know what I was saying. We'll start with the bottom of the right side here. Go up top here. And go into this house. And that house is done. Okay, we just need to hit up the bottom room here, which is going to be a little bit of a pain to get out of. I don't think we need that token. Let's do the off-screen bark. There we go. Alright, now we go up. Yeah, that's going to be an auto alert every time, unless you do the off-screen bark. And the reason I wanted to do this last is because of this double cave set here. Alright, we'll grab this bone here. Grab these couple presents over here. Just, oop. Forgot about that guy. And our last room here. The last present that dog was sitting on. And there we go. That's the end of the max levels. It's the Grinch from here on out, baby. But here's where the difficulty really ramps up. Grinch decides to make a sled. He rifles through his bins of collected junk, throwing odd items over his shoulder. But I don't have the parts I need. I'll go check the junkyard, and the sooner the better. Alright, so now the gimmick of level 6 is that we're dealing with robots. So, we got a set of caves here. So we'll just go through them. I'm gonna ignore the time tokens. And here's our robots. And we'll drop down the hole. The very sphincter-like hole. and go through the other cave. So, in this level, we're collecting junk rather than presents. And there's going to be a lot fewer pieces of junk than there were presents in levels. So robots, when they see you, they will shoot and then chase after you, much like a cop. But they're faster than the cops. And the real problem comes with the pink robots, because they are very fast. Alright, we'll go down this left hole first. And drop down this hole to make our escape. I think this is just a... yeah, that's just a hiding spot. We'll drop down the hole here, and that takes us back to the screen. Okay, I'm going to stock up on snowballs before we go in here. So we got a pink guy. Let's go down the right hole first. Well, I found my way around it, even though that pink guy was just living on the junk. Six, 3. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So let's drop down the hole on the right. And we'll sneak behind this robot to drop down here. This is a room we're going to see a lot in this level. And let's get into this hole here. And the robot woke up and grabbed me. Fun stuff. I think there were more pieces of junk that way, but I'm going to check the left side here first. Down the right hole. Presents left. I don't remember there being any... yeah, that just goes straight to this room. There was another hole over here. Okay, that goes there. There's actually another hole in there that I didn't explore as well. And it was the left hole up here. Oh, I've actually been in this room before. Okay, so the left hole is no good to us anymore. I think it's that third hole there that's going to have my remaining 2 pieces of junk. Yep. And that's a room that you can restock on snow if you need. Six, 4. Yeah, just get out of here. This room does have snow in it. I think the best thing to do here is to alert that bot and just let him run. Yeah, so if the robots hit you, you do freeze in place, but they can also freeze some of your other obstacles. So we'll grab that junk real quick. Do need to go down this hole. That worked out rather nicely. And then here's our reset room. Look at how fast that pink guy moves. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta be standing on the snow to build snowballs. We gotta go down that hole one more time. Actually, probably a couple more times. Now we need to cut straight across. Uh-oh. Well, guess we're replaying this level. I really should have reset my lives before I started that one. The best way to handle these dogs is just let them run into each other. Go ahead and do this part again. And we have escaped. do this song and dance one more time so that we can explore the other area. Got another hole that we gotta go through there. I don't want to be on this side of the room. I guess I'll just run over here. Ah, she got me. There's just no room, and she takes so long to move. Let me go down the left side this time. Go ahead and take care of these presents. I was trying to go left. Grab this one. We'll just run for it. I think over here is just an area to refill your snowballs. Which is fine, because I was running a little bit low. Wait until this robot moves. Okay, there's that side of the hole taken care of. Now we just gotta get this one area over here. There we go. Alright, we'll go down this hole. And there's our last two presents. Or junk, actually. They're not presents in Scene 6, they're junk. Alright, one more robot level. And I'm going to just force the game over. It's another pick your path. I could have done that without wasting 2 snowballs, but oh well. Alright, let's drop down the right hole here. This is a tricky level. I think I want this guy to see me. Yeah, because that makes those guys run into each other. There we go. And that brings us to our exit room here. And now we need to see what's down the left side. That was close. We've got 2 holes. I'm not going to bother with those time tokens. Okay, the left hole was useless because I already recognized this as an exit room. Once more. I'll have to go down the right hole this time. Yep, lots of junk here. And excellent. We are done with the right hole in the first room here. So now the rest is in the left hole. I'm not going to get that candy. Alright, we'll check the left hole here, but I think the right hole might be the one that I wanted to go in. I guess that's the way to deal with the pink guys. Oh, that was close. And our last present's got to be down that right hole. Right hole, dog screen. Running out of time, though. Well, it doesn't matter, because I ran into a robot like a dummy. I'm pretty sure there's nothing down the left hole. we're just gonna go down the right hole on the dog side. Nope, I was wrong. There is something down the left hole. That's where our last present is. Okay, we got this. That candy cane can rot. And there we go. Mission completed. No more robots. Starting to lose my voice. The Grinch laughed a mean little laugh. And he made himself a Santa Claus out. And he laughed all the while at this great prank. It's time to steal Christmas. This is going to be a kick. And it's time for the final scene, scene 7, where we get a new game over screen, and we're finally in the Santa suit. So, unlike the other worlds, which all had 5 levels each, this world has 10. Although there will be a cutscene after the 5th one. Now, there is absolutely no snow in Scene 7 at all, because it's entirely indoors. But that's fine, because I have come to prefer the bubble blower in this area. The main gimmick here is you're collecting colored keys that open doors. I knew I couldn't outrun that child, and yet I still tried. And you know what? Let's just get a fresh start. It's basically the same game over screen as before, except he's wearing the Santa outfit now. Come on, girl, move. So we'll get the red key first. Immediately use up our eggs, which is fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the green key while we're down here. You can hit that timing, but you can't take a step forward. Not so much with that one. That was just a bad move. I need to grab this present here. We're going to make liberal use of the ability to reset aggro by changing screens. And let's go through the door on this side. This child needs to move. I was trying to go between the tables, but he just wouldn't go. So let's do this again. We'll get our red key. Hit that girl with an egg twice. Might as well grab the green key. I did it again. Why do I keep doing that? Well, that was clean. I'm not going to go for the time tokens or the eggs. This level's almost over. So is my game. Oh my goodness. I swear those eggs are a liability here. If I had my bubble blower, I would have hit that kid. Okay, once more. I will say that Scene 7 here is by far the hardest part of the game. I mean, that's fine. I am a strong believer that your final level, your final boss, should be the most challenging thing in your game. All because I missed the direction. Step up. I probably should have grabbed one egg there, but it's fine. The girl needs to move. There we go. Okay, 9 levels left. We're almost done with the game. I think I want to go this way first. Not that way. Maybe this way. Yeah, because our red key is up here. In these levels, you really just want to beeline it to the keys. Sneak in behind this girl here. And we've got the blue key over here. And I guess I'll stock up my egg. If I get into a situation where I feel I'm better off without them, I can adjust. Or, you know, I could just die and lose them anyway. That works too. Straight down the middle. Okay, problem took care of itself there. That is just eggs, but actually... we will use an egg. And that's a game over. Again! Yay! It's gonna be a theme with these last levels, is just me doing terribly at them. Okay, so I need you to go to the top one first. To get our red key. And then I need to go left. We can go down the right passageway. Then to the right to get the blue key. There are some specific places where having eggs is useful. But for the most part, I think they're a liability in this level. I am not going for that time token this time. It got me killed last time. Okay. Going with this. Can make our way back to the green door over here. And get the last presents. I didn't point it out, but we do also have a new mission complete screen here, now that we're in the Santa suit. Patience is the key. You've got egg on your face. I guess I'm the Eggman. I guess that explains the voice I gave the Grinch. Alright, let's carefully get the blue key. Steal that kid's candy, and I mean, I might as well grab those tokens. They're kind of free at this point. Ah, the delay on the bubble blower got me. Wasn't done over here, unfortunately. You know, I don't even need to go over here yet. I need the green key. So let's just go in the blue door. Stop being stupid. I said stop being stupid. Okay, I've got the yellow key, which means we can go through this door now. And now we also have the green key, so we can get into that other door. Well, that worked out. And there we go. That is the level. Well, I might as well start out by getting this red key. That's one trick I like to use, is a well-timed bubble blow. You can knock a kid down when they're already stunned. I don't need to be here because I don't have the green key. Is where I need to go. I'll just let this kid tire himself out. Always ends up in that corner with... Okay, game over. He started moving a lot faster than I was expecting him to. I don't need to go that way yet. I need to go up and to the right. They go in your face. That worked out. What is to the left? Okay, I don't actually need to go that way just yet. I might as well get this. And we'll go back down the stairs. Where was there a green door? Up there. Okay. He looked too soon. Okay, that's the yellow key. Which I think was... No, that's blue. Yellow key is up here. And to the left, right? Yes. And our blue key is up here. And that is how we get out of that sticky situation. And now we have the blue key, we go back down to the first floor. And the last of our presents should all be over here. And we actually have to alert her to get this kid to move. And our last two presents are up here. Seven 5. We're almost there. Well, you know what? Might as well force the game over and replenish our lives. Okay, how do I want to go about doing this? No, I think I go left first. No, I don't go left first. I almost ran right into her. Okay, I guess I do go right first. Must be a blue key up here. It's the only thing I can figure. I held left. For some reason, just went right up into her. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. We'll just replenish our lives. I only collected like 2 presents anyway. That's the yellow door. Yeah, this little hallway right here, it's really bad to have eggs. Okay, now we've got the blue key. Blue key, I can go back towards the left over here. We can go up this way now. And we can get the yellow key. And with the yellow key, I think I can now go back to the right. I should have just thrown the egg. Why didn't I throw the egg? You know what? It's fine. With the yellow key, we can go back over this way. And go up here. And we can go down here. Which way do I need? I think I want to go left. Well, I needed to go left anyway to get that present. Uh-oh. A gift popped up on Steam. Okay. And go right to grab our key. Excellent. Now, I think that's full access to this level. I don't know if there's a green door or not. No, there should be. I remember a green key now. Okay, and we'll grab this single present up here. And head back to the left. So there were a couple of red doors out this way, if you recall. I don't think this red door does me any good. Yeah, it's just time tokens, which I don't really need. Okay, I went up the wrong way. I have never seen that little girl immediately move. Come on. You're wasting my time. Grab our green key. And we'll check the room to the north. Was there anything up here? No, just eggs. I don't need eggs. I need to lure this kid away. But you know what? We'll take the death warp, because I needed to come back in this direction anyway. Straight up the center. I just gotta make sure I don't get hit again. One present left! Oh, such a long level too. Once more. I don't know why you went up that time. And back over this way. Okay, fine, we'll take the death warp. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Am I doing this again? Really? I think I need to take a break after I clear this level. Oh my goodness. I'm getting annoyed at myself. Oh goodness. That is the fastest I've ever seen those two kids start walking. Blue key gift. Why do I keep doing this? Maybe I need to take that break now. Yeah, let's just start over. I was one present away from beating this level. I pressed the wrong button. Clearly, I've lost my nerve. Okay, back to the right to get the red key. Go down this way to get the one present. And down this way to get the key. And back down this way to exit. And up through this red door to get that present. And over to the left to go get our green key. Can't remember if there was anything up here. I know I just checked it a minute ago. I don't think there was. Yeah, no, just eggs. We don't need no stinking eggs. Okay. We got one life that we can make a mistake with. Oh, that was close. There we go, finally. I will push the tree up the chimney. The Grinch snatched the Christmas tree. Excuse me. Santa Claus? What are you doing with our tree? The Grinch was clever and smooth. He made up a story as quick as magic. My little angel. And the fake Santa made up his story. A light on this tree doesn't work on one side, so I'm taking it to my workshop to fix it. Then I'll be sure to return it to you. And so the girl believed his story. He then got her a drink and put her to bed. Oh, it says put her bed. Santa, don't forget the Grinch. I know he's mean and hairy and smelly. His hands may be cold and clammy, but I think he's actually kinda sweet. Sweet? You think he's sweet? The Grinch swallows. Cindy Lou smiles and nods. Merry Christmas. Nice kid. Lousy judge of character. And we have one password. Even though this is still going to be scene 7, we have our final set of 5 levels. And I think I'm going to take a short break here. Okay, I've had my break, and I am ready to finish the Grinch. Oh. I muted my headphone. Okay, now I can hear. Okay. So, let's see, where are my keys? I should probably game over, since I was basically starting that whole level with nothing. Okay, 7-6. Okay, that is a place that I don't need to go until I have all the keys. It should not have been able to see me. I guess I'll go ahead and grab this last present. Okay, that worked out well. Just knock out this girl from behind. And we got a red key up here. Carefully approach them so that you don't just suddenly pick up speed and plow right into them. Okay, on this screen, we've got a blue key. And a present. Okay, and down these stairs. I need a green key, so I will come back there later. I think now I need to go back to that staircase on the first screen. I really disagree with how that happened. Grab this present before I forget about it. Ah! I almost had it. Okay, I just gotta not take the dumb deaths. The avoidable ones that I keep taking. Okay, that was a clean, that room. And that room was also quite clean. Okay, that was pretty clean as well. And down the stairs here. Nope, that is the green door. That is last. Now we go back to the start. See, that's what should have happened last time. I guess I'll grab this time token. Okay, got all my keys. I just need to get this one present. And we make our escape. Okay, that worked. And back up here to this room. I think all of our remaining presents are going to be in this room. There we go. Seven. I don't remember which way I need to go. I think I need to go over here. Oh, that almost cost me. Right. Guess I'll grab these eggs. I generally prefer the bubble blower for these levels, but we'll see if this comes in handy or not. I guess the eggs were more of a liability. Okay, well, I don't need to go back that way. wasn't a whole lot I could do there. I think I do need to go up there to get my first key. No, I'm already done up there. I think I actually need to go up the stairs. Well, that worked out. Clean. Of course, she had to stop directly in front of me. Need the blue key. And we'll grab this present. Okay, with the blue key we can go back to the first screen. And up here. And this is where we'll get our yellow key. So we'll let this girl freak out. And we'll let this one freak out. Very clean. I do need to get this present. Just let her walk to the right, and we can get out very cleanly. Still don't have a green key. I'll have to go back upstairs. There's a yellow door up here. It is. But on the other side. A little annoying when they back up right next to your crawl space. Okay, that was the green key, so now I can go back downstairs. Alright, let this kid freak out. Excellent. Okay, now I need to find the red door. Which I don't remember offhand where it's at. I don't think it was over here. It might be upstairs. Yeah, it's not down this way, that's for sure. Oh yes, it is up here. And there we go. A long level, for sure, but not too terrible once you know where the keys are. 7, 8. Oh, okay. Start by going down, I suppose. Is up where I want to go? I don't think up is where I want to go just yet. Let's go left. Yes, this is where I want to start. This is definitely me having prior knowledge. Otherwise, this level is a lot of trial and error and figuring out where to go. But there are 2 keys down this path. Let this kid freak out. Nope. He freaked out and stopped too close to me. Excellent. Now we just need to get that green key, and we can really begin playing this level. Might as well grab this time token. Kind of a freebie. I like to just make them run into each other to knock themselves out. Clean. Very clean. Okay, where do I want to go now? To the right? Yes, to the right. Grab this one present down here. I'm not happy about this. It's going to waste a lot of my time. Okay, that worked out. Grab these two presents first. And up here is our last key. I think I want to deal with this girl first. And we are running out of time. I'm gonna have to go for these tokens. I'm gonna run out of time, I'm pretty sure. This is a long level. Oh, actually, I can get a bunch of time right here. Excellent. Okay. Now I believe I need to go up here. Okay, wow. That's... It's not great. Are there presents over this way? I need to make sure. There are. Oh, I had an egg. That could have been bad. Okay. Now we are ready to go up the stairs. Of course! I should have just ran back down the stairs when I saw that guy moving. That was a bad decision on my part. Let's just do this right off the bat. Okay. It doesn't matter which one of these keys you get first. You just gotta get both of them. Oof, that was close. I guess if you do this level in one run, the time tokens are actually necessary. Right in front of the crawl space. Okay, just gotta make my escape. And make our way back over this way. And go through the green door. Get our last two keys. I hesitated, and that's the only reason she got me. There's just enough time to do that. Care of that nicely. That was close. And we can grab our time extensions there, and now for the final leg. That girl is always such a problem for me. Alright, and up to this side. Or the blue door. That didn't work out. That was close. The egg almost ruined me. Okay, there we go. Mission complete. Scene 7-9. Okay, this level. Yep, I remember this one. Might as well grab the time extension. Go get our red key. We're not doing too bad. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. That worked out. Ah, the cop got me. Well, you know what? That's fine. Mission failed, whatever. At least my lives are reset now. Okay, green key get. Now I just gotta get out of here. And we'll go through here. That is a very risky maneuver, but it worked out. I missed the table. I guess I'm just throwing away lives now. Okay, this time we'll grab the red key without getting seen. And we'll go up the stairs. I know there's another room right there, but I think that's the last room I want to go to. Okay. And I think there was something over to the right. Just go ahead and exit. That's all my keys. Okay, and now we can escape from here. And we can go into that last door. Okay, and I don't want those eggs, so... Ugh. Okay, that was close. I don't want to redo this level. Okay, they should all be in this room up here. There we go. Whew. We've made it to the last level. I don't know what gets the good job. Maybe it's collecting all of the candy canes? I don't know. 710, the last level, and I'm going to reset my lives. So this is a pretty lengthy level. Okay, we're going to start by going left. The name of the game with this level is getting all the keys. And our first key is going to be this red key. This spot right here is actually a little bit tricky. Okay. And we're gonna go up here. I think I want to go in this room. Okay, I just need to immediately hide under the table. Oh, I have eggs. That's bad. Eggs are a liability. Okay, no more eggs. Oof, I almost got caught. Okay. Okay, we cleared out those rooms. Alright, and knock that guy out. Well, I guess I'll grab the eggs. Throw them at this guy. Go grab the blue key real quick. Okay. Ooh, that was close. That was a dangerous approach to that level. Okay. Now I just need to go through all the rooms and collect the treasures. Well, presents. I guess they're probably treasures to somebody. That green door is going to be the last room we get to. Ooh, that was really lucky. Is there a yellow door up here too? Thought there was. Oh. My mistake. The green door's not the last one. The yellow door is. Oh, wait. Where did I miss the yellow key? I am confused. Not there. I hope not in one of these rooms. It doesn't look like there's anything else up there. I guess I'll check in here. No, there's definitely no yellow key in there. It's gotta be in one of those rooms. How did I manage to miss the yellow key? That's how. I might run out of time, but it's fine. I've got enough lives. Yellow door is this way. Gonna be a photo finish. No timeout today. Okay, let's go. As he loaded his sled with their presents, he flew up Mount Crumpet 3,000 feet high. He rode all the way to the top to throw away the presents. Then the Grinch noticed a sound coming from below. It began quite soft, then grew madly. But the madly sound wasn't sad. It was really happy. How can it be? It was happy, all right. Happy. So happy. From young to old, every Who was singing even without any presents. Grinch's plan to stop Christmas failed. Christmas came anyway. He thought very hard until his brain became stiff. What's coming over me? I feel all warm inside. The Who's say that the Grinch's tiny heart grew 3 times bigger. Oh no! The sled! The presents! Christmas will be ruined! And the moment he stopped feeling cold, he rushed with gifts through the gleaming morning sun. And he returned with all the presents and treats. and to the Who's surprise, he stayed himself. Merry Christmas, Cindy Lou. And that is The Grinch for the Game Boy Color by Konami. A tactical espionage action game built on Metal Gear Solid Ghost Battle's engine, where you play as a Muppet stealing Christmas. What can I say about this game? The car levels were definitely the low point, although even at that, they're not too bad once you get used to the car. It's definitely got a pretty steep difficulty spike once you get to World 6. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Gosh, my recording's up to 3.5 hours. And I didn't even 100% it. I can't imagine how grueling it would be to get all of the candy canes. I mean, I guess it's not so bad if you know exactly which Who's hold them. But, just figuring it out through trial and error, that would definitely pad out this game a lot just because of the difficulty, especially in the later levels. But it's a fun game. It's a good game, and I intend to seek out a copy to own myself. I enjoyed it. $40 special bonuses. Yeah, I don't really know what this tally is indicating. And I don't know what happens if you get everything. I guess that's going to be my own spirit of being the Grinch. I'm not going to do it. If you want to do it, you can figure it out yourself. But with that, yeah, that's the Grinch. That's the end of the Christmas video. If you liked the video, subscribe to my channel for more. I've got Christmas videos from years past if you want to see more. I'll have a link to the playlist pop up in the video here. And, yeah, smash that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of this quirky little game. Or the fact that it's built in the Metal Gear Solid's engine. I mean, it makes sense for a stealth game, but with that, all that's left to say is, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. I hope you all have merry holidays, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!